What do you like? What do you like about America versus the UK? Like, how are the music scene out here? How is the music scene out here versus the music scene out there
It's
too?
massive difference to where I'm at in London, man. Because the London scene is so like it's in its like infancy, right? There's not a lot of like glue that can stick all these different artists together. The framework for like trap metal and like ragey shit isn't really built yet, which is obviously what I'm trying to do out there. But out here, it feels like that's been going for a few years now, you know. And talking to Wendigo, Dillinger, and all that shit, like they've actually seen the come up of trap metal, and not necessarily trap. And when I'm saying trap metal, I'm talking broadly speaking, like the whole rage, like X and all that shit. You know, like they've seen that shit in the country they're in, probably been to that state, and like kind of just like been more like in touch with the music scene, whereas we just kind of get, you know, shit fed whatever makes it over here on the internet, you know. So I find that there's some artists that we really like in the UK, and we've mentioned shit out here, and they've been like, the fuck, who like, what, that guy's shit, just because like the UK like different shit, and we're very like driven by drill in the UK. Like UK drill is frontlining everything right now, and it has been for many years. Second to like just standard rap, hip hop kind of shit.
You guys got a strong hip hop scene.
It
started
hugely. Yeah, we were mad. I'm not going to talk about the history of it because I don't know shit. But like, you know, we took a lot of inspiration, I think, from America, and then made our own little like amalgamation of whatever it became. And yeah, but it sucks because we've found, well, at least what I found while I've been here talking to, you know, people out here, the music scene out here is a lot more accepting of just like different new shit. Probably because it's been going on for, you know, a long time. And, you know, in the case with the UK, you know, I feel like we're like maybe a couple years behind here because we're still in that phase of like music's got to be this, music's got to be this sound. Otherwise, it's kind of weird, and we're not really cool with weird shit. Like, you know, it's kind of just feels a bit more standoffish.
Well, I think America's always kind of been like, if you're talking music and entertainment, like the forefront and kind of pushing the boundaries on that. But I think as the internet kind of becomes more prominent, and especially as we move into like Web3 and stuff like that, you're going to see a lot of other countries and a lot of other areas start to have more prominence in pushing the sound of music.
Yeah, crazy.
Well.
Yeah, I'm mad excited for Web3 as well, and the whole metaverse thing. That shit is like so interesting to me at this point in time. I've been like fucking studying all the, because like I genuinely think that this Web3 thing is going to be like the next, like, I mean, it's literally like the internet coming out again, you know, in a sense.
Well, you think social media was, you know, Web 2?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, and the fact that like to think that there will be some people who just kind of sit, like, you know, do a 9 to 5 from their room all day and just live in the metaverse. And like, you know, have some shitty apartment, but in the metaverse they've got this like mansion made out of Bitcoin and shit, you know. So like there'll be like, you know, think about it, like the kids that grow up, like my generation's children will be growing up in a world where they're able to fucking like literally choose a different world to live in, you know. Like our generation probably think that'll never happen, but you gotta think when people are born into it, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, they feel differently about it because you got like our grandparents and shit, or like
and they just can't pick it up. And I'm really scared of that happening to us. Like, oh, what if we can't, like, we just get too old that like that kind of like.
I feel like our generation is smarter though, and I feel like a lot of older people disagree with me, but I feel like as the generations go on, people get smarter.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be more like understanding of it. But I think the average person will probably just not look into the whole like I'm a nerd. I'll probably understand this shit when I'm like 90, but hopefully. But yeah.
But no, America is definitely as far as that whole scene more developed, but the UK has been coming in strong. You guys had Scarlord, of course, who I know you're very familiar with. I know you guys had Skepta. I was big on. He's not really in the same scene, but like he was the first UK artist that I was really on personally.
He was quite like he's quite aggressive too, like with his flow and delivery. But we had Scar. To be honest, there's actually not many people coming out of the UK like or really breaking through. Like, I mean, it's literally, if you look at the UK, this isn't even on some like ego shit. Like if you look at the UK, it's Scar, then it's me. You know, in like,
I
terms of, like,
really can't
clout
name
and
anybody
shit.
else, honestly.
But like, you know,
from
so
the
it's
UK.
like, it's cool having the name like our biggest trap metal artist in London,
Yeah.
but like it's also not cool because there's fucking nobody. I mean, I've got loads of really talented friends, but like I said, that mold to get through to then actually do it is so hard in the UK. You know.
Do you feel like it's harder to blow up over there than it is over here?
I mean, that's why I'm here now, because I feel, you know, I'm always looking at shit from business mind and shit, and I feel like I can genuinely do better for myself out here, because regardless, I'm still representing the UK.
Yeah.
Wherever I go, I can still benefit the UK while I'm out here doing, like, getting myself bigger out here. You know, I want to be like the new kid on the block in America and shit, and just fucking, you know, just be this fucking screaming Brit kid going around. But at the same time, I do want to fucking progress my country, and I just feel like this, you know, even when I come back, it's still progressing at the same rate.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, I just feel like that was the move, and I want to spend a lot more time out in America. I feel I just love the music culture here. It's just crazy, you know. There's just so much. It's so much more like inviting.
Why do you think? Do you like have any? You think there's any reason why, you know, the music scene is the way it is over there compared to the United States, over here compared to the UK?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the fact that it's so washed out with drill and with like, just, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I don't want to like pressure this topic to a point where it's like, this is what it's really like in the UK. The UK isn't going to shut you down for fucking like doing whatever you want to do. Like, it's not like that. But it just, you know, I've been doing this shit for like 4 years. I've seen people come and go. I feel like I've got a good opinion on how what it feels like to be in a UK trap metal kind of scene. Yeah. And it's nice. I love the scene. I'm not fucking dissing the scene. It's just like, it's so hard for us to break through into not mainstream, but that stage further, you know.
Do you feel limited? You know, you refer to yourself as a trap metal artist and stuff like that. Do you feel limited being under that banner? Or do you feel like there's a wide range of sound you can kind of get?
You know, I used to care about like the name trap metal holding some sort of fucking like shit name, like resemblance, right? And I kind of stopped feeling that way, because it did get a bit better. Like, it's gotten a bit better recently, I feel. And like, you know, the whole clangy fucking basic ass like classic trap metal beat where it's like, you know, you've got the snare that's just like some metal sheet sound, and like, you know, just the crazy out of the water like distortion that just doesn't make any sense. That shit, I haven't been receiving any beats like that, so I feel like there's, you know, the scene's kind of saying, okay, yeah, cool, that's kind of out of the way now, which is nice to see. But yeah, so I used to care about like saying, oh, I'm not a trap metal. I used to say I'm a rage artist. I mean, I still do. I am a rage artist in my eyes, but I don't feel no shame saying there's, you know, I'm a trap metal artist. I don't think I'm limited by saying that. I think it actually does quite, you know, describe us quite well. I'd say it's more going in a hip hop direction rather than a metal direction, and I think that is the future. I'm not gonna lie, because metal heads are great and I fucking love them, but they are very opinionated and very they're kind of like a if it ain't broken don't fix it kind of type of people, I feel, respectfully, but hip hop is booming right now.
It's more of like, I guess the trap metal shit is more like, it's got like more of a hip hop structure to it.
Yeah, I mean, it just does. It is more inherently hip hop, in my opinion.
Which I think, like you said, it's moving more towards that. Which I think, you know, for where we're at in 2022, like, just not even in music, just the way the world is, it makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I call it rage rap, because it is. To be honest, I think rage rap is better because it's not actually inherently metal. Unless, like, I mean, I'd class people like Ghostmane maybe as like actual trap metal. Yeah. Because they are inherently more metal, but I'd say you look at, I mean, even say look at Scarlord, Darky, Camiada, fucking NASCAR, everyone, name all of them, and they're all more hip hop influenced than this metal influence, I feel like, you know. Yeah, definitely.
But you can hear definitely the metal influence
for sure. Sound, I'm not saying they're not metal. I mean, yeah, all of them are metal as fuck.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
So where do you grow up?
I grew up in so I tell people I'm from London, but I'm not. Because I mean,
You don't feel like explaining it, basically.
No, I can explain it. Yeah, because like, so
no, I get it. I'm from a small town right outside of Boston.
Oh, for real?
And nobody knows who the fuck it is. It's always like, oh, where is that? So I always say I grew up outside of Boston. That's what I always say, because I don't feel like explaining.
So I grew up like an hour and a half outside London, and that's in a city called Oxfordshire or Oxford. People might know Oxford University and shit. Kind of like, what's it over here? You got fucking, what's the big university over here?
There's a few of them.
Harvard's
a big
Harvard,
one.
Yeah. Harvard.
Harvard is
Harvard's
a big one.
So it's like kind of Harvard level or some shit like that. But it's like the nerd kind of fucking capital of the UK. So every time I tell someone, oh, I'm from Oxford, they're like, oh, you posh? And I'm like, yeah. So, you know, so I've kind of got like a bit of like a posh Londoner accent going now, because I picked up on like all the London dialect.
So you said it's crazy because, like, you know, over here, like, American accents, right? You know, I have more of a northern accent.
Yeah,
it's kind of evened out since I've lived in the South.
See, it was actually
bit.
I only noticed yesterday you had it like a different accent to like fucking, I don't know, like Patrick. Yeah. So it was like oh, I kind of understood like the inflections. Like I'm from this area of the country. Okay. So the way I talk is more influenced from like over here and shit like that. Cool. But I moved down to the South, so I'm hearing all the Southern accents all the time. Like the girl I'm talking to right now, she's hella Southern accent, so that shit kind of rubs off on you a little bit and it kind of evens out your sound. Okay, yeah. But like then you got like more West Coast and Midwest shit. I didn't realize there was different. I guess I didn't think about it. It makes sense. There were really different like dialects over like the UK and shit like that. What's it between the UK and America? Yeah, because remember we talked about grime music last night? Yeah. And I'm like, I can't understand half the shit they're fucking saying. And you're like, so there's a different dialect. Yeah, we got slang coming out every month. There's a new word for some shit, you know. And I kind of like it though. It's mad funny when some guy just says some shit and you're like, the fuck does that mean? Like, oh yeah, that means like, you know, weed or some shit. And I'm just like, makes sense, you know. It just makes So, but yeah, we love our slang, and I feel like it is also our downfall, because it's like we were like, oh yeah, let's make that be what makes us unique and shit, and then it kind of just made everyone else not understand us. So I'm constantly in this battle when I'm making music. It's like, damn, I'm like worldwide. I'm not just like I'm actually bigger in America than I am in the UK. Yeah. So you've grown at a pretty fast rate. Too, it's gone crazy the past couple of years. Yeah, and it's gonna go crazy again. We're gonna I've got a crazy plan. Anyway, what was I saying? we talk about dialect. Yeah. So we're just coming up with hella slang all the time, and it's fucking annoying because no one understands us. Yeah. And that was it. I'm having an internal battle with every song, just trying to say like, oh, will they understand if I say that? Or I can understand what you're saying and shit like that, and I think that's important for a lot of UK artists blowing up in the United States and in other countries. Because like we was talking about grime, like gigs. Bruh, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say in your songs, bro. I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're saying. I can understand you. I can understand Scarlord. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even some of the words, like, you guys will like phrase something differently and use different wording for shit than we do, and I'm like, but I can understand it. I'm like, oh, they say that like that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? We're changing up everything. I mean, there's like probably like 20 different ways to say the word knife.